Hello, it's this time of year when the challenges start arising, and I've been nominated for a 6-question challenge by Ronald Shaw's car park growing area. If you haven't been across the Ronald channel, have a look, because it basically is a car parking area. He's got raised beds on it, pots, a little polytunnel, and he grows some amazing stuff in there. If you look across now, he's actually got some lovely brassicas and that in pots, so take a look and have a look at Ronald's. Right, so the first question is, what was your best crop of 2018? Well, for me that had to be, it's a split really between the cucumbers, which I grew in this greenhouse. I was just overrun with them and they never seemed to stop growing once I picked. And the other one was the tomatoes. Now in this greenhouse I grew a couple of little cherry tomato plants, but my main bulk crop was purely outside, and I'd put all my eggs in one basket and decided just to grow Crimson Crush. And true to form, they didn't fail me. I did plant them, there was a bit overcrowded to start with, but once I'd thinned the other plants around from them, the fruit started coming, and by the time I took the plants out, which was, might have been in October, there's still red fruits on, so that I've had loads and loads of fruits off the plants. Highly recommended. I'll be growing them next year, and maybe I think I'm going to be trialling them against other blight resistant varieties and all, but Crimson Crush definitely recommended. Question 2, what was your worst crop of 2018? Worst crop was a massive disappointment for me, and that was the Zabroon shallots. Now I grew these from seed together with a red banana shallot called Long Red Florence, and they both put on decent size, but it was when I come to harvest them. Normally the Zabroon shallots, as most of you probably know, are like a long torpedo shaped onion and they store for ages. Well, mine never come to fruition. They never ever formed the torpedo shape, it was just a globe. And I was beginning to doubt myself. I thought I'd actually used the wrong seed, but double checked now, and looking on other websites, other YouTube forums, people had left comments, they'd had a similar thing, so whether it was heat related or not, I don't know, but I never got no Long Red Florence, and that was a real disappointment for me. Question 3 is, what would you do differently or lessons learned? Well, for me, the thing I've got to do for next year is get my crop proportions correct, because the last 3-4 years I've been growing for a family, me, my wife, my daughter. Well, my daughter's been at university now, she's in her 2nd year, and we've found we've got a glut of certain stuff which normally my daughter would have eaten. So it's a matter of trial and error and knowing what crops in what proportion to grow them next year, so that'll be something different I'll have to look at. Question 4, what is your biggest challenge? Biggest challenge for me is it's probably weeding, especially if I've been away on holiday for more than a couple of weeks. The weeds do tend to take over, and it's a daunting task for me to go out there and start weeding and that. There's times when I do enjoy weeding, but the majority I don't. And the other one you may be aware of is that I dislike digging up potatoes. I don't know why it is, whether it's when you put the fork through you damage one, you think, but so next year I'll be growing a majority of my potatoes in buckets, but digging up potatoes and weeding, I suppose, is my 2 things I dislike on the plot. Question 5, what are your plans for 2019? Plans for 2019 at the moment are the bottom end of the greenhouse around this area where I am now. It's become a bit of a dumping ground, so what I want to do is redevelop it. I'll probably reshape the soft fruit area, which is the raspberries at the moment, and I might be putting a few other things, soft fruit bushes in there at the moment, but I'm not sure. But it definitely needs a tidy up, and there's a lot of wasted space. And also my IBC tank, which is just behind me there, that needs a new platform down because it's come a bit unstable. And there's a watering system I want to put in, quite a lot of stuff really, but that'll be done over the year, and I'll hopefully film it and share it with you. And finally, question 6 is, who inspired you in 2018? Well, I had to think about this now. I don't know if inspired's a word. I think change that word to amazed. Who amazed me in 2018. And it wasn't only 2018, but the year before, and probably the year before that. And that's another YouTuber, and it's Mike Hurdiss. Now, if you've not been over to Mike's channel again, have a look. But he's got 4 allotment plots in immaculate condition. He grows some fantastic crops, and he managed to have a full-time job and all. How on earth he does it, I don't know. I know his cousin sometimes gives him a hand, but on the look of it, I think Mike does the most of the donkey work. And so to have a full-time job, keep 4 plots like that, big thumbs up from me. So that's the 6 questions. The other thing I've got to do is nominate 6 other victims. Well, I'm going to have a bit of a change here, and I'm going to go for girl power. A lot of YouTube channels on there, but there ain't many actual sole female plot holders, so I'm going to go for girl power on there. And the first one, in no particular order, I'm going for the first one, is one called Homemade, Homegrown and Home in Nature. And this is a lady called Tamara. You may or may not be aware of her. She originally, I first saw her when she was on the same site as Sean Cameron, and I think it was this year she left. He'd been in the UK 18 years, I think she said. Then she's moved over to Switzerland. She's managed to pick a plot up there, and the scenery is fantastic, mountain backdrop, and she's more or less starting from scratch, but the plot's fairly well laid out, so it'll be an enjoyment to watch and follow her along the travels. One thing about Tamara, she's got some amazing camera angles. She's very creative with the camera, so it's well worth a look. Tamara on Homemade, Homegrown and Home in Nature. Second one up is Clarice's French garden. If you haven't met Clarice, again, pop over. She's got a nice garden. She's in the Dordogne in France. She's hit a few issues this year with family issues and also health-wise. But hopefully she's on the mend now, and look forward to seeing her. She grows some lovely crops, but she does other things other than around the garden. She takes us on trips out, and I really enjoy them and all. So Clarice's French garden. Last but not least is Ginger Welsh Allotments, and that's Bethan. She's in South Wales, and she grows stuff in raised beds, and she used like little hoop houses and covers and stuff like that. And again, she grows some decent crops. So that's a shout out for the girl power. All the channels that I've mentioned, I'll be putting a link below, so if you get a chance, pop over and have a look. So that's all from me now. The sun's shining. I'm going to get back out on the plot. See you later.